Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daddy's Game Time, your friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and also on Twitch. And today, we're going to be talking about some Nintendo NX versus PlayStation 4 versus Xbox Scorpio action while we play F-Zero X, a classic from the Nintendo 64 days. So if I get a little distracted while playing, please bear with me. I am playing live as I am trying to bring um, some commentary, hopefully very informative, hopefully very interesting while I play. So uh, big news this week. PlayStation had the PlayStation meeting. They revealed the PlayStation 4 Slim, which is just a standard PlayStation console. However, it's just a little bit slimmer, 33% slimmer, I think that's what they said, and also more energy efficient. It's no longer going to have the audio optical output in it. For all you audiophiles that want that, then you might want to stick with your standard launch PlayStation 4 units. Other than that, it's price dropped. It's $299 now for the PlayStation 4 Slim. But the big guy, the one that everybody was curious about, of course, a lot of the rumors had leaked previous to this announcement, and most of them turned out to be fairly accurate. The PlayStation 4, formerly known as Neo or 4K, is officially the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it will come in at the price point of $399. It is about twice as powerful as the standard PlayStation 4, and they're claiming it's gonna output 4K resolutions when it comes to gaming and also to video media. Now, it will not have an Ultra HD Blu-ray player in it, so all your video media that they are talking about is actually gonna be from streaming, such as from Netflix. So there you have that. It's gonna have HDR built into it, which is I think more of just one of those hot words to get people to buy the system. However, HDR, as we all know in the photography business, is more of a way that you can take a picture where the parts that are supposed to be light, they're a little bit underexposed to get the details that are in the light. The parts that are in the darkness are a little bit overexposed to get the details there. And so once you combine the two images, you can get details both in the very light areas of the image and in the details in the very dark areas of the image. And that's what HDR is. Now, how will that translate to actual HDR in video games or media that you may be watching? Well, I really don't think it's necessary. Sure, it's gonna make images look prettier for most people. However, for films where the directors and cinematographers carefully calibrated their $100,000 cameras to capture exactly the type of images that they want you as the audience to see. I think those films are fine. They don't need any more calibration from us folks at home who really have no training in video quality, I guess. So that's gonna be 99.99% of the people out there, where it's just HDR is gonna be just something of a somewhat of a alleged feature that they're selling to you, and you don't know what it is, but you're gonna say like, "Hey, I want that," and you're gonna pay an extra few bucks for it, and you're gonna be sold on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Pay the extra $100 for it, for this alleged 4K, which is probably just gonna be 1440p upscale to 4K, and that's where they get you. And I'm not just talking about Sony. I'm talking about all these game manufacturers. Scorpio also, even though it's gonna have about 6 teraflops as opposed to Sony's 4 teraflops on the PlayStation 4 Pro, they're still not strong enough to give you true 4K experiences, as has been evident from the PC gaming market, where you need much more than just 6 teraflops to get true 4K gaming experiences. And even at that, if they were somehow managed to, I guess you could say, simplify the visual graphics of a game, to bring it to you in true 4K, that's part of the thing. You're not gonna be getting great visual looking, or visuals in the games. You're gonna get very simplified looking graphics, or done into 4K, and that's that. I also see that they're going to push it hard, because most people won't be able to tell the difference, because most people won't be playing on a 4K television set or a 4K monitor that's big enough to actually allow you to see the difference. Um, so, I mean, a lot of people are making a big deal about the Scorpio, but I really, because they're trying to compare it to Sony's PlayStation 4 Pro. And to be honest with you, I don't believe the PlayStation 4 Pro would be an accurate competitor for the Scorpio, because the Scorpio is actually being touted as being a next gen, or will be touted as being a next gen console, as opposed to just a minor upgrade like a PlayStation 4.5, for example, which is what the Pro is. And but they're comparing them to. It's like comparing a Nintendo 64 to a PlayStation 2. No, that's not the same generation of hardware. It's the next level up. It's like comparing the original Xbox to the PlayStation 3. That's not the same generation of hardware. Something more accurate to say would be PlayStation 3 versus the Xbox 360. That's more accurate. And we haven't seen anything out of Sony quite yet that would tell us, hey, this is it. This is the next generation console. They will probably announce it sometime next year. It would not be surprising to hear about it at the beginning of the year, just like they announced the PlayStation 4. Just no real big details. Just saying like, hey, there's something in the works, and get some mind share going, and then announce something more concrete in E3 of 2017. Hopefully that'll give them enough time to work up something real good, real nice, and steal a little bit of the Xbox Scorpio's thunder, which should be, according to what they said, if everything goes right and there's no delays, should be released by the third or fourth quarter of next year. So where does Nintendo NX come in all this? We've seen some of the verses back and forth between Microsoft and Sony already. However, there's a third competitor, and that's Nintendo. Nintendo has always been adamant that they're not competing against Sony and Microsoft, and that's been very evident. It seems like with the Wii U, they didn't even compete at all, because it's considered a failure of a system because it didn't really sell well commercially. Their bread and butter has been more in the the handheld market. So what are they doing now? I think, I mean, it's been all rumors so far from Nintendo, and there's even rumors about rumors where they keep talking about possible announcement dates for their new console, to get more details, to make it all official, etc., etc. And quite honestly, I don't buy into any of that anymore. I can only tell you based on the rumors, um, if some of those turn out to be true, I can give you some scenarios that I think could play out. One, there's a rumor that it will be running on either an Exynos X1 or X2 chip. And if that is the case, and the rumors are true that it will be a, a handheld console or handheld system that will be able to um, be docked as a household console, and you can just grab it and take it on the go. That sounds very intriguing. It's definitely not competing with what Sony and Microsoft are trying to do with their consoles. It's very, very different and unique. It's not going to be as powerful as those other said consoles that are out or in the works. However, I think Nintendo is on to something special here. It might have another hit, because here's the thing: if Nintendo releases, which let's all be honest here, it's not going to be a home console, even if they try to disguise it as a home console by saying it docks onto your home's it has a dock that connects to your television set at home, and you're able to just play it and then take it on the go. That's in my view, that's still a that is still a portable system. It's pretty much a Game Boy with a very, very good processor within it. If it is the Exynos X2 that some people are rumoring to be, which puts it somewhere around just under PlayStation 4 graphics. But so a lot of people will be disappointed. My initial reaction was disappointment. If that turns out to be true, disappointment. If that rumor is real, and because I wanted a console, a real next gen console out of Nintendo, but then I started thinking about it even more, and I don't want another console. I'm perfectly fine with what I've been getting from Sony's exclusives, and also from what the PC market has to offer. The PC Master Race, um, as so many people call it. Like, well, you know what? It's yes, PC has tons of advantages. However, one thing it doesn't have, or many things that it doesn't have, are all the exclusives, and that's my main purpose for buying a console. It's just those exclusive titles, such as the Uncharted series, The Last of Us, the Nintendo first party games, such as the Mario's and the Zeldas. That's all great stuff that you can't find on a PC. Sorry, Microsoft, I'm really not too into your first party exclusives. Sure, Overdrive looks cool. Um, uh, um, the what's it called? The zombie game, whatever. I don't know. I just, some of those games don't really appeal to me personally, even though they have a pretty good library as well, of exclusives. But it's just exclusives that seem kind of generic in a way. Halo's the only top one, but even that, it's I've been there, I've done that, and I don't really feel like going back and playing yet another Halo. Um, so I mean, a lot of people have their personal preferences. That's my opinion of it, and I just wanna give my thoughts on that. And yeah, the specs on the NX don't put it up there with the other competitors as a home console. However, this is more than just a home console. It's in reality a a portable system, and it's gonna give you the Marios, the Zeldas, all that great stuff on the go. So you'll be able to take it with you no matter where you go to. And I'm totally sold on that. I'm ready to move on and be able to just dock my console, play on the television set whenever I want to, and just take it on the go whenever I want to. I just hope that they include some sort of on the go control setup for it so that I can have real buttons, real joysticks, just so that I can really have a full experience on the go with whatever the Nintendo NX turns out to be. Now, it has to be priced right, and for the love of God, I hope against hope that they go with the most advanced chipset possible, even if it costs a little bit more. But they need to kind of future proof their console, or their portable console, just to, at least a little bit, to make it able to play something that's very, very great to look at. That's something that looks like it's current gen, not last gen, like they've been doing with the Wii and the Wii U, which I think was part of the big reason for their failure. And that's that. I just hope they go with an Exynos 2 chip, or something newer, if that's at all possible, instead of something that's already been out. So Nintendo, I know you're getting ready. You're making plans already to do some of this stuff and get everything rolling. So Nintendo NX versus PlayStation 4 Pro versus the Xbox Scorpio. We have none of those out yet. PlayStation 4 Pro is going to be out this holiday of 2016. Xbox Scorpio is expected to be holiday of 2016, and Nintendo NX is supposed to be out, I believe, the first quarter of. I'm sorry, I said Xbox Scorpio holiday of 2016. I meant to say holiday of 2017 on the Xbox Scorpio. And Nintendo NX is supposed to release in first quarter of 2017. So there you have it. PlayStation 4 first, then NX, then Scorpio. The NX to me seems like it's the most appealing of all of them. Just because I just want to say it sounds so different. It's on the go. It's portable. But the key will be the graphics processing power of it. If we're going to get something that's just going to look the same as stuff that's out right now, or actually not even the same, but something like where you get Wii U graphics but on the go, I'm not going to be too happy with that, because we at least need to be able to give it more relevant capabilities with the types of games that are being made today, because those games are huge. Those games are beautiful, and we deserve from Nintendo to at least have something that's a little bit more competent with that respect. We also want to be able to play it on the go. Sure, Nintendo, charge us a little bit more, but give us a great bang for our buck here. Give us the graphics processing power that's gonna stay relevant for at least another 5 years, instead of something that's already gonna be irrelevant within a matter of months. So that's, I think, a key. However, if the rumors are true on everything else, and it's a portable system that you can dock at home and play at home, or just take it and play it on the go with the same fidelity as you would get at home, then I think they're onto something. And I think that with their first party exclusives that they have, it's going to be enough to kind of, not compete against the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox Scorpio, it's gonna have its own different type of market, a much more broader market, and they need to get the third parties involved big time and keep them happy, make them happy, make it a success, because I think the video game industry as a whole benefits from the innovation that Nintendo brings. And as we've always seen, Nintendo is a great innovator, and usually where they go, everybody else follows. So that's something that I want to see, and something that I haven't seen in the past 10 years of gaming is real innovation. Yes, we have had some wonderful, wonderful games being released that tell some great storylines. However, in terms of innovation, new types of experiences, we have not seen that yet. I know VR is in the horizon, but I don't think most people will consider that your standard video gaming experience. It's virtual reality, and that's a little bit different. And I'm talking about video game experience from a console or PC point of view, where how is just having more graphics power and prettier graphics gonna change the way games are designed? How is it gonna change the way gameplay is created by these developers? Nothing has changed in the past 10 years. The same style of shooter has been available for a long time. The same style of action platformer has been the same for so long. It's very stagnant. There's not too much innovation happening right now from these developers that have had just the same style of consoles for a long time. From Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Now we're going to be getting into the Xbox 4 Pro. We're going to have the PlayStation 4 Pro, the Xbox Scorpio. It's going to be just more of the same, but it's just going to be beefier graphics. And I really don't know if that's going to change the way games are made. And I don't understand why developers aren't really taking those risks, and also the game manufacturers making a change. It's almost as if though they're just letting Nintendo be the guinea pig, and if they succeed, then they'll make the change. They'll make that jump. But for the time being, it's just Nintendo that's attempting to do these things. The Wii and the Wii U, I have to say, as much as I dislike those systems, I equally appreciate the fact that they're trying to innovate, and that they're at least trying something new, something different. Their top failures, I think, have just been in bringing us the innovation without the power. And I think that this might be a case with this portable system where the power, if they choose to go with the, again, and I'm going to reiterate this, with the X2 chipset as opposed to the X1, that's going to be a huge deal for allowing them to stay relevant throughout the lifespan of whatever the Nintendo X turns out to be. And so those are my thoughts, just based on what has been said and based on what rumors are. I think that Nintendo has the most promise out of these three particular consoles that we're talking about today, but I'm pretty sure Sony will probably have some sort of a new announcement next year regarding their true next-gen console, not just a slight upgrade. So that remains to be seen. As far as Xbox goes, the Scorpio, I it's kind of exciting, but at the same time, kind of more of the same. It's just I think I'd rather just get a top of the line graphics processor for PC if all I want is just better graphics. So that's that. Those are my opinions. I would like to hear your opinions also on the matter. It's a very interesting matter, and it keeps changing all the time. I want to say just a quick little shout out before I leave off. Evil Pop Tart Supreme Leader, my friend Ken. He is at most of. Or he makes himself present at most of our streams, and I just want to say, what's up, bro? Thank you very much for your support, and I miss you. You just moved out of state, and I wish we could have done coffee before you left. It's been very busy. It's the life of a daddy. It's hard enough to just sit down and watch television or play video games sometimes, with all the responsibilities that we have here, but it's been great. It's been very busy, very great, and it's an adventure going on this streaming service over the internet, and talking to lots of people out there and getting lots of haters, but we also have a lot of supporters, and it's all part of the process. And we try to have fun. We try enjoying doing everything that we do, and it's just great. I hope you enjoyed watching this gameplay of F-Zero X while I'm talking about Nintendo's future and the PlayStation's future and Xbox's future. Um, so I just hope that we continue growth in the video game industry, because competition will only make it stronger, and not just growth in the sense of more sales, more video games. I'm talking about growth also in terms of innovation in the industry, and challenging some of those developers out there. I have also tons of ideas that I wish I could. I wish I could just like meet with some developers and tell them some of the ideas I have on gaming, and the design of games, and how they should innovate some of the storylines, and change the way that they're told, and change the way that they're executed throughout their gameplay. And so if you're out there, if you're one of those people that has connections to a developer, please feel free to get in touch with me here at Daddy's Game Time. So you can check us out here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and also on Twitch. I'm Leo. You can catch me at Planet Leo. And thank you very much for joining me today. Enjoy your games and love your families.